You see the press. You see them shivering because they don't want to offend NPC. NPC, thank God, just early this month, the court has stopped them from placing any monetary ban on any broadcasting outfit. I think that's a very big plus for the Nigerian press.
Okay,
so let the press open up the space so that we can truly call them out and let them do the right thing. Coming to power issue, is it not a big shame that Nigeria, that has a population of over 200 million, we are still grappling with 4,000 megawatts?
Yes.
Meanwhile, I know for sure that General Olusegun Obasanjo, when he was president, he started the building of about 7 gas power stations, at Aloji, Geregu, about 7 of them, which I know that he started. Then Yaradua couldn't continue just because of his health. Then President Goodluck Jonathan continued, especially the transmission lines. President Goodluck actually started the transmission line that could distribute power to all sections of the country. But guess what? Right from 2015, Buhari stalled all those projects. That is why we are where we are today. Buhari is a lucky man that is no more alive.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Look, please, Lady Amazing, if I'm speaking truth to power, just listen carefully. There is nothing they can do to you people anymore.
Sir, I'm going to interject right now, please. Let's understand something. As much as, yes, there have been various clamors but at the same time, it's beyond being gagged. And I don't know where that's coming from, but it's okay. That's why we're in a democratic society. But we also need to know the purpose or the influence or the power of what it is we say sometimes. So it's something I'll continuously keep talking about. And I wish that we will try to stay objective and respectful. Okay? So it's not about fear. I need you all to understand that. Please, don't try to stop me from doing my job, telling me that I'm afraid. I'm not. I'm just saying, let's do it the right way. I have no plans to stop you from expressing yourself, but it should be done the right way. And we'll continue to have that back and forth until you do it the right way. So, yes. So, with that understanding, let's move on. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Adiola Victor from Dusalagi.
All right. Thank you for calling back.
Yes, I want to comment on Peter Obi's comment on power. It is a big shame for a country with so giant of Africa.
Go ahead, sir.
Power. And South Africa, the South Africa population, I don't think it's up to 70 million or 80 million. And they produce 40,000 megawatts. Past nations will come out and start celebrating. So it's a shame. Well, we need a surgical operation. In that we have to clean up the mess in that sector. You see, the person minister now supposed to be given at least a target by the federal government. Maybe between 1 year, between 6 months or one, give us 10,000 megawatts. Then the following, give us 10. Give them those who want to stop him or who want to frustrate him. In fact, they are there in that power sector. Some cadre civil servants are also frustrate government efforts. Identify them and flush them out of that place. Then bring people who are ready to work. Because if we don't step on toes in that power sector, we will not get it right. There are some people who are saboteurs. They are there, frustrating. Now, look at the former Minister of Power, sentenced to 75 days. He was not the only person who stole that money. There are some Karasu governments who back him up. Where are they now? They're moving freely. So the new minister, the federal government has to step on toes.
Okay.
If you want to get it right in that power sector.
Right.
If not so, we will continue to mess up the people, the minister. We continue to be frustrated by some people in that power sector. That's the truth.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Adeola. So let's take this last one, and then it will be a wrap for Content and Trends today. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Amazing.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, this is Omenka John,
All right, welcome,
one
sir.
of the elders, pioneer members of Nigeria Info family. I know you're new, so you will know me. I've not been in town for a long time, just came back. Fortune, why I had to call because of somebody talked about the area of power and the former minister. Let us not forget that Buhari, during his time, he established a power plant in Ariaria market in Aba, just to boost the economy of that market. Osibajo was always frequent at that place. I don't know why someone will come on air and say things that he's not sure of. Look at what happened. The PDP sold our power, what do you call it, the Jenkos and everything, to their friends and cronies. And in return, now you are blaming the APC. The APC, they are trying to fight to see how they can put things back in order. And these are agreements that you cannot just say, okay, with the power vested on you, you can stop all these contractors from operating. Because already the federal government has assigned these jobs to them. So, and the same Buhari even gave state governors opportunity to to own their power plants in their state, even before he left. Because power, I remember, was something of within the federal power. The federal government. Okay, Peter Obi himself that is talking about this. In Anambra, Onitsha, in Nnewi, these are industrial areas that needed power. During his tenure, what power plant did he create? And that is why I keep telling all these people who believe that they can come in and change it, they can do better. I say they can't do any better because
Okay,
their
sir.
past
All right.
is in their front.
Okay.
And people are saying it.
All right, sir.
So what is he complaining of? If he had created power plant in Nnewi and Onitsha and other industrial area in Anambra State, will people not be talking about it today?
All right, Mr. Omenka, you
Just
need to
come
wrap up
and
your
stir up
thoughts.
confusion.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much for giving me the audience.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to hear from you. All right, so I think that's where, Fortune, I think that it's a good place for us to wrap up content and trends today.
Yeah.
Quite an intense one, right?
Yes. We had a very good conversation.
Yes, and the advocate for is, it's all good. Well, anyway, we're at the last part of the Tuesday Sunny Side, and that is Confession Tuesday. It will be great that we ensure that we share our views and, just let us know, those issues, those quite, those dilemmas and whatever situations or experiences you're dealing with that you would love to have other perspectives, given in order to help you make better decisions that are necessary at this time. So Confession Tuesday is what's about to go down about now. Get yourself ready to be a part of it. And in a short while, let's just get some breather. We'll be back.
We feed you with the right information.
The right topic of interest.
And the right conversation.
I heard the Minister for Information, and he was trying to rationalize why the NLC should not go on strike now.
So one of the challenges at Africa
2:16 p.m. and it's still the sunny side. Two in the studio, and as well as numerous other people here in the city of Abuja and around the world and beyond, or around Nigeria and beyond, listening to you as well. So share that, and let's get to hear from you now on 0809 993 0137 if you choose to send it as a message or voice note on WhatsApp. And then if you want to give us a call to probably tell us about it with your mouth, that would also be appreciated. That's 0700 951 0000 and 0809 597 4869. It would be really, really appreciated. And then also know that when we do this, we take it a step further by bringing the therapy session tomorrow, where we have our own Dr. Oladipo coming to speak professionally on some of the concerns, the problems, and the burdens, or, the psychological struggles or issues that you may be dealing with, speaking to it from a professional context. All right, I see your message, Ezekiel, but that answer will be coming tomorrow. Okay, so I may not be able to respond or help you with the details you're asking for till tomorrow. By then, we'll have clarifications or approval for that to happen. As you said, you're experiencing a serious issue with your wife right now, and you need his intervention. Okay, well, as I said, respecting his privacy, as he has not given us permission to share that, you could probably give us an idea of what it is that we could talk about it. And then tomorrow, the doctor will come in to speak professionally about that, of whatever issue it is you're having or experiencing with your wife at the moment. All right, so we have this one that, that has come up today, way earlier on today, that we want to look at on Confession Tuesday. And that's coming from Mr. Aisa, saying he offered help to two strangers who had requested or appealed to him to use his money to assist them to buy fuel due to certain network challenges, with the promise of refunding the money when they're a bit settled. So the message goes, I offered help to two strangers today by using my money to buy fuel for them, but till now, none of them has sent my money back to me. The first person's number is not connecting. The second person has continuously promised me that he will send the money from the time this happened in the morning until now. I am yet to receive any message nor a refund from him. What do I do? Okay. And he's also asking the question, is it now bad to help people in distress? You know? So while I wait for you to respond to that and also share your own confession that you'd want us to speak about advice and also get to help you navigate through it, Fortune, that question, it's really a nagging one because I even had someone share that question with me yesterday. You know, about is it bad to help people in distress? In the case of the person who shared it yesterday, the person just got married. So the lady got married, recently got married. No, not recently, some time back. And one of the bridesmaids, the one that was responsible for collecting money.
Okay.
Or I don't know, let me not overassume, but the person was part of her bridesmaid. And, you know, there was the point in the reception, the wedding reception, where there was money, you know, the people sprayed money and all. So yes, she was part of the people who were helping to pick the money and all of that, collate, give report. And that, you know, to be honest, she was very impressed by how articulate and detailed, like it was like she literally calculated even right up to the 50 naira that was sprayed at that wedding reception, only to receive some sort of distress call from her about 2 months later, 6 weeks, 2 months later, with her in tears saying, nothing, right? Saying, I'm in distress, blah, blah, blah. So basically, she was in a tight situation and needed urgent help and asked for quite some tangible money, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
And that, you know, she's now thinking about it and realized that the amount she had asked for were technically about 65% of the money that was recorded to have been picked during the bridal dance and the money that was showered on them, on the couple that day. And she went on to be like, I don't have that kind of money. And the lady went straight up to say, but you picked so and so amount during your bridal dance. Yes, or that this certain amount was picked during your bridal dance, including other gifts, cash gifts you received. Babe, I beg, help.
Okay.
I will give you back the money. I am really in a tight corner. I just need help. And, you know, feeling guilty and like, this lady was good. She was honest.
Yeah.
She ensured that every money was accounted for. Gave her the money. Girl, this is almost 5 months or 6 months after. And girl is now gaslighting her like, can't you help somebody? Your husband has money and you guys enjoyed the favor and gifts of men. Can't you let this go?
Let it go.
Like, go. So it's not about, I don't have the money, give me time. It's now to her face, let the money go. You and your husband have this plus times. Let this one go. I'm not giving it back to you. And, you know, she said that was very painful because it was the audacity.
Yes.
And the sense of entitlement to have said that to her because for some reason you were privy to have known or have an idea of the financial blessings or the financial gifts we received during the wedding. But then we just got married. There's a baby coming up on the way.
There are lots of things to
There
fix.
are lots of things to do. And you are being entitled about my money. So we're talking about something. And, you know, she was just like, everyone in this room, be sure to give money you're ready to lose.
Bam.
No matter who is begging or crying or acting like they're going to die,
Bam.
don't borrow that. Since that experience happened, she does not borrow money. The most she can do is just give you money that if you choose to be funny, it doesn't bother her. And it got me thinking because, girl, let me use the Nigerian word, dash money and need money is not the same. So maybe I need about ₦1 million, and what you can spare is just 30,000 or 50,000. It doesn't solve my problem. I still have so what happened? What's going on? Because things like this just reminds me of that conversation just yesterday. Because I think, there's some distress, or not thinking, there is a distress. They are actually bereaved and money is needed. And that the other day, she was just speaking with her husband, and I was like, if this person, I think that's even when they made the call. Like, babe, it's like almost 6 months. What about the money? And the girl's like, I'm not giving you back the money.
I'm not giving you back.
Yes, she said, you people don't do this. You've passed this level. How much is this? That the money that they got during their wedding.
So you are calculating my money for me. Do you know, from everything you said,
these are the issues.
The red flag was there. Oh, please, I need money from you. And I'm like, I don't have the money, but you made this amount of money on your wedding day. I helped you pick. Why are you looking at it? Meaning you've had it in mind now.
to take that money as your share.
Then I gave it to you out of free will, or as a trusted person. I said, I know this person, so let me just assist in my own way. And now you're telling me to leave the money, forget about the money. Oh, you're bigger than this. How? Do you know my pockets? I just gave it to you out of free will. I would have said we shouldn't give out money to people we don't know. But they said that money can spoil a friendship. Now, they said that if you give your friend money, maybe the friendship will scatter.
Well, the simple English is, the power of money has a very strong potency to ruin even the best friendships. So when it comes to friendship and money, just be sure. Just be super sure.
Can you be really sure?
Well, that's the truth. Because they say money is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. And the place or how the other person values or places the importance of money is too individualistic for you as the other person to really know.
Okay.
So it's a very tricky situation. And so hearing things like, just give money that you can let go. No going the extra mile to being there for someone again. And it now means that the act of kindness is really on the decline. Not because people are now more wicked, but because
that is true.
The people at the other end, that is the receivers, have made it seem like generosity is now an act of foolishness. And it's really sad. So, Mr. Aisa, we're just having this conversation to just say we're sorry about it. And we're just really hopeful that one of them will come through and, prove us wrong, that, they are good people. Because imagine how much fuel is. I just saw the breaking news today about how cooking gas is now pegged at 1,500 per kg. At the point, it's having me calculate in my mind what quantity I have left at home and how soon I'm going to need to refill. Gas is at 1.5 right now, and so many relations that are going on right now. And then you have a man who chose to assist total strangers who were seemingly at the point of distress, and now he can't even reach them. It's really sad. Okay, so it's still Confession Tuesday. Don't get carried away with what it is we're saying. We still want to know, what are those nagging developments, problems, and issues that are distressing you, and that you really want to speak about and have some shoulder to lean on, giving you some advice. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
So we have a little problem right now. Your signal is so bad we can't hear anything. So you may need to hang up.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Welcome.
I have a little confession. which
Okay.
is like worrying me with my partner. But
Okay.
I don't understand, especially about disagreement. After that time, maybe because this person's number, phone number is his friend, that will be taking the phone. and
Hello,
after
sir.
taking it,
I still insist you may need to call us back. I am so sorry. Please try to call back. I really, because of how important hearing you clearly is, we need to hear what it is you have to say clearly. Hello.
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Abdul calling from Maitama.
All right, Mr. Abdu.
What is bothering me, the issue I'm going to discuss is about the cooking gas that we just talked about. If you are even remembering your own, how much kg it remains in the box, so that it shouldn't go a later, it will evolve. You will now get the half-done food. That is the situation we found ourselves. The present administration, they are half-done already. They have been able to conclude their promises, and they put us in this mess we found ourselves. If we are never take after the 2027 election, we are going to be buying 2,500 or 3,000. This is the signing, because the issue of state of Hormuz up to now it hasn't resolved. It's fluctuating up and down. Here they have already reached the agreement. Later, Trump will now explore another bomb on his country.
Okay.
Yeah, go straight forward, somebody that you can trust it and able to think of that resolving complex of the shipping of the open of the state of Hormuz is going to. It affects the world entirely, but here our own leaders, they don't think, more especially Nigeria. The removal of subsidy has affected everything, even before we...
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. You're taking us social, political. That's not what we're about. Please, let's try to stick to what each segment is for. Yes, I understand. Yes, it is an issue. And but let's not go too deep into that, okay? More... I think let's do more of human angle related. But as much as I know that economic issues or anxiety is something that we cannot ignore or pretend that is not there. Because, for instance, why should I be thinking about how much kg I've got left just because I heard that cooking gas is 1,005? And with the smirk on Fortune's face, I feel she's also thinking the same too. She's just trying to put it together. Hello.
Good afternoon, Auntie Amazing.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Confession Tuesday.
Yes, ma. I my confession about something worrying between
Yes.
and my partner.
Yes. Okay.
Sometimes we have agreement. What happens next is that whenever I call our phone, or sometimes the children that will now be using our own phone to follow me back asking for something that they need, which I think is there and the mother that should settle it. And whenever I call her phone, it's the children that will take the phone and start responding to me. So, I don't know, maybe that pattern is a good pattern. I don't know. For a married people. And sometimes what we are disagreeing about, I must withdraw from me, put under the capex, or she can continue doing better to me. But what worries me most is whenever I'm seeing her, it's the children that will pick the phone. That are same phone. And sometimes it's the children that will ask me some money for some other things. So, and this is our same phone. That whenever I call the children that will carry it, or the children will use that our same phone, is requesting for some own needs, which I don't think that is a good pattern.
But have you tried talking to her about it?
This is a routine that whenever there is disagreement, this is the way she always to do. It is that same phone that the phone that the children will now be using. I think she was at the background telling them some other things to ask, or using them to make my mind go off, or is it a real personal issue, which I think is not a good method.
Okay.
Can I call that a red flag? Or I don't know, because until I myself will now submit and treat that issue under the carpet, whether it is a matter that favor us, for her to sweep it under the carpet, for her to continue responding well. I don't know that method. Whenever she wants to call me, it's the children that will not be calling me.
Okay.
Understand?
All right.
I don't understand.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So we have a caller that just called in, raising a concern about a situation or recurring situation that goes on between him and his wife, where in situations where they have misunderstanding, rather than having it being directly addressed, the wife would prefer using the children as mediators, especially when it comes to making requests. So maybe if there's something that needs to be done or an information she needs to pass across, she then resorts to using the children to communicate in that. And he goes on to say that most times, for things to get back to being normal, he has to intentionally let it go. And when I hear letting go or sweeping it under the carpet, I'm wondering, does that mean that that problem was not solved? And that's the only way that things could get to be peaceful and almost normal at home between him and his partner. And he would love to know if that is something he should be worried about and what to do. Hello, good afternoon.
Sorry, how are you?
I'm okay, welcome.
My name is Mrs. Umeza. The
hello,
network you experienced here, I think. Yeah, can you hear me?
Very well, loud and clear. Welcome, ma'am.
Okay. I'm trying to explain to you that I think we are having network issues. So difficult to transfer and to even make call. It is what it is. For our brother that assisted people to buy fuel, please give them the avoidance of doubt. They will pay you. I want to assume it's because of the network that they are not able to transfer. If these people are listening, please pay him back. Don't block roads for other people. Please. So if they don't pay, maybe next week we will now start blaming them. But let's give them the opportunity and assume there is network.
Okay.
Then for this our brother that just called you, the way you lay your bed, so shall you lie on it. You have been taking it, so trying to address it will be difficult. But if you are to address it, I believe that when there's no war in the house, you tell her that going forward, don't send the children to me when we have issues or you ask for something. I believe, Oga, if you are listening, when you have issues with your madam and she make requests, you don't answer her. That's why she's sending the children. If that's the case, stop it. Don't bring in your children into your misunderstanding. They will grow up believing it is normal. On the issue of cooking gas, you say we should not bring politics. I agree with you. It is where. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Because trust me, it's an inexhaustible conversation if we want to keep talking about Nigeria on every segment. I kid you. Well, Lily from Kurudu, I see your voice message. I will be addressing that shortly. But keep the calls coming in, either to respond to the issues or to the confessions that has been shared with us so far in the show, or to share yours, bordering the line around, personal situations, developments, issues, worries, anxieties that you are, difficulties that you are experiencing, and you would love to get different perspectives and advice about how to go about it. That's what this time on radio is all about, and would really love to hear from you. The numbers remain 0700-951-0000. The other one, 0809-597-4869. And on WhatsApp, to send in as a message, call, or as a voice note is 0809-993-0137. And do remember that tomorrow is Therapy Tuesday by 2 p.m. as well, where we will take these issues over and bring it before our counselor to speak about it and also render some professional advice on it as well. All right, Fortune. I think there's a message that just came in regarding that. That one. Probably some response. You want to say something? You want to speak on that or share that?
Let me read it out.
Yes, please.
All right. The message is from Daniel from Wusetu.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, amazing. Please, bank transfers and payment is not smooth, and it's hard to pay via payments now. Somebody has to pay me since yesterday, but he can't. The guy should hold on a bit, pending on when the network is good for transfer. Yeah.
But is it that bad at your end?
I'm using the very quick.
The fintech one?
Yes. So I don't know for this.
And that's
I can't
been
say
fast,
anything on
right?
this. Yes, very fast.
Okay, so let's listen to this voice note.
The problem is not about money. It's not about money. It's the attitude, this personality. The Bible said each and every one of us is enticed by our desire. And this desire, when it is accomplished, leads to sin. So especially if it is accomplished negatively. It's not about money. This person in question is a professional beggar. That's what we call them, professional beggars.
Oh my God.
Sometimes when they come for that bridal, whatever, they have objectives. They have their motive. They have reasons. They don't just go doing all those things that day. It's a business. It's only that some people don't know. Some come probably to advertise themselves, to present themselves for future marriage, their partner, to maybe some also even go as far as getting into your husband. That is the groom of that day. After the wedding, collecting the contact and start before you know it. I'm talking from experience. So she definitely, deliberately counted that money, was meticulous about it, and wanted to know the real amount. So that was the reason why she made that request. So she made that request minus and plus of what she handed down to her. So that is her own share. That's the way they go these days. So in this case, my advice is, if you are giving out, not to, as in dash, the one you cannot let go, let the person write an agreement and sign. So that you can take the matter up. You see, when sentence against injustice is not speedily executed, people's hearts will be prone to keep doing evil. That's what the divine record says. So want to dissuade people who has formed this group to rob people professionally. This is professional robbery. She calculated and knew the one. What about if the lady has made expenses, borrowed money to sponsor the wedding? Did she think about it? Okay, she has not even psyched and maybe went as far as knowing they are in cash. And so what? Did they make the cash for her? Don't they have any other problem to take care of? So that's it. The point I'm making is that some has gone into this as business, as there is no employment in Nigeria. Some have decided to create it by themselves, either for good or for bad. Well done, the amazing lady, once more, and her fortune.
Oh, I like it. Her fortune. But this is for you, Lily. If you're watching us on the stream video, you see we just couldn't hold back our facial expression because it's like, oh, and all of that. But it hits home some very, what I call it, major truths and points as well about what reality is deteriorating into. I don't want to keep using society so that it doesn't look like it's a blanket description for everyone, but it's just what you call that reality hit of what we are deteriorating into, and it's a really sad situation. That's about the whole bridesmaid thing,
Yeah.
and then the fact that, okay, you say you're in distress, I give you money, and you're telling me to my face, the money is
I
gone.
told you I don't have, and you persuaded me. I did it out of love. Then now you're saying I should let go of the money.
Yeah, and the interesting part is, Lily talking about
She calculated
beginning
the
to,
money.
no, not even that part, about the fact that now we need to, double tie up, or basically close up any loopholes, which is legally. Sign agreements. Wow.
Yes.
When did we get to this? So for a friend to give me money, we're going to need to involve a lawyer.
Would you feel good about it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to contain how the thought of it makes me feel, because, it's a general conversation, but it's sad. It's really sad because,
sad.
like I said, it's a reality hit about what the society and what life is deteriorating into, and it's really, really sad. But thank you, Lily. Thank you. All right, so let's take a listen to this one.
What's up? Amazingly Fortunate is the King of Kings. Mind game. To that man that complained that when they have issue, when they call his wife will not pick the phone. He will give the children to be telling him what they want to buy and whatever it is. I will advise him, anytime they have issue and they call the phone, and the wife gives the phone to the children to be telling him, what you have to do is that to tell the children to give the phone to the wife. And if she still refuses to pick, you just cut the call. Because this what she's doing is mind game. A way to get what she wants from you, whether you like it or not. And let me tell you something new. You may think you are a man, you have the strength, but emotionally, she's blackmailing you. She's making you do a bidding, I will. Because I've seen some, there's a woman that lives in one compound. She will go and look for trouble. If the man don't want to go outside look for issue, he will start blackmailing the man, saying all kind of things. See, the man will go out of his way and go and quarrel with other neighbors. If he did not do it, I don't think he will even eat in their house. So I will advise him, what we will do is this. You must be in control. I don't know how you are going to do it, and it may cause a lot of... The thing is that you have allowed too much water to pass under the bridge, and now you want to correct it. It will be almost impossible. But you will start first. Stop sweeping everything under the rug. What is wrong is wrong. And again, whenever you call the call, like I've told you before, your children should give the phone to her. And if she refuses, call the call. Don't bother yourself.
King of Kings has dropped the banger. What an advice. All right, we're really running out of time. We have just about 5 minutes to do this. So let's take a couple of calls as well. And I must say big thank you to everyone. And yes, your advices, and then for those who have shared and made their confessions, it's really appreciated. So let's do that. Let's keep it going, all right? The phone lines are still open. WhatsApp is still there. And your opinions, your advice, everything you have to say is absolutely appreciated. Everything you have to share is also very appreciated. So keep it coming. 0700-951-0000. Then 0809-597-4869. WhatsApp 0809-993-0137. King of Kings wants to voice another one. Calm down. But when we talk about the issue that was advised by the caller about his wife's attitude, you listening to it as a woman, what goes through your mind?
I don't know why she would give the phone to her kids.
Mm-hmm.
I feel she should know how to communicate. We are adults now.
Okay.
Yeah. And also the man, you saying you will just sweep it under the carpet, that's not good. That's not the best approach, in my opinion. Tell your wife, I don't like it when we are having problems and I call you, you always give the phone to the kids. You know, talk to her.
Okay.
You guys should come to an understanding. That would help.
So, which means don't go around it like walking on eggshells or broken glasses. Address it head on.
Yes, tell her, I don't like it. What are you teaching these kids?
Could it be that, the man is just so peaceful that, such things give him anxieties? I know there are people like that. Confrontation just gives them major anxieties.
All right.
Could it be possible?
Someone else said something that when there is no trouble, you could talk to her. So when the tension is low, you can talk to your wife.
Yeah, but one thing that has really caught my attention with all the responses and advice that has come in is the importance of considering the children in the picture. Yes.
Yeah.
There's been that reference to
maybe
that.
Maybe that is why he's doing what he is doing, And King of Kings saying, ignore her, just cut the call. What about the kids? If you keep cutting the calls, what about the kids?
What lesson is that also teaching or giving? What lessons or examples is that giving or showing to the children as well?
And maybe they are in needs. The kids are the ones passing the message to the husband. So when you cut the call, you're not going to provide for them. Is that what you're trying to say? I feel cutting the call is not the best approach here. Just talk to your wife. Air your displeasure and...
Okay. All right. So, all right, we got one shot to go, one call, one message, one voice note. Whichever one comes first, we're going to acknowledge it and we're going to need to sign out. But then, thank you, everyone. And also know that tomorrow as well, during when Dr. Israel Oladipo will hopefully be here in the studio in person, you would also get to share your own confession. So just in case for some reason, you just weren't able to send that or, share that today, you could get to do that tomorrow. Especially for the one that was requesting for his contact. Well, tomorrow, as I did say, I would need to get approval or some sort of clearance to say, okay, yes, okay to do that. And so let's take this call. Hello? Hello, sir? Are you there?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Please turn off your listening device, please.
You hear me now?
Okay. It's better now. Go ahead, please.
Okay. As one of the presenters said about this issue, that maybe the man needs peace. My name is Abdul Malik. First of all, I'm calling from Airport Road now.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome.
If I should define who that woman is, they were the kind of woman that never says sorry. Some of you call it narcissist or narcissist. How do you call it? That kind of woman, there is no way you can bring that matter back at any moment, at any way. That they will not spark the light. That is the kind of situation that might be. The best advice is what the king of the king said. But the only alternative there is that when she hand over the phone to the children, just talk to your children the way whatever you have to talk with your children. Now cut off the call. That is the only way. It is not something. If you are married to the women that are not of that type, you will not understand.
Okay.
People like you too. If you have never got the experience, you will not understand. It seems so like a dark thing for you.
Okay.
It's part of the system for you. You understand?
All right.
So the only alternative to that kind of a person is that you talk to your children, then you cut off the call. Whenever she needed something important, let her call you.
All right. Okay.
They were the type that will never say sorry. And the more you started begging them, that is the end. They will never accept apology. You beg them to tomorrow, the matter will never finish.
All right. Thank you. Well, different views, different perspective, different advice. But we're going to carry this over to tomorrow where would have Dr. Oladipo speak about that. So, unfortunately, let's quickly acknowledge.
The last message here.
Yes, please.
All right. The message goes this way: that man should be open to his wife. It's like he's a hard man, or he is a man who don't listen to his wife. He should call his wife when there is no issue and talk things out. This message is from Daniel from Wuse.
Okay, Daniel from Wuse. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Abuja. It's been a wonderful time out being here, and let's do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is the midweek version of the sunny side. Let's be here on time to start the afternoon the right way with a lot of sunshine, and we'll carry over this confessions into tomorrow, where we'll be having the therapy session by 2 p.m. But wherever you are, this is wishing you the very best of the day. Have a wonderful holiday celebration. Are you going to be in a holiday mood?
Of course, I am already.
Okay, so my name is Amazing, signing out, saying take care, all the best, and Hard Facts is coming up with Somi. Keep listening to 95.1 Nigeria Info, your news, talk, and sports station. We got you covered all day and all the way. Bye.